to be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Thursday, May 26th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Now that the Cali Pro is only a few days away, we're starting to see most of the final pre-show updates trickle in from all the athletes heading out that way this weekend. And if you've seen the latest from Charles Griffen, you know that he's ready to come in and bring the pain. That second place finish at the Indy Pro 2 weeks ago must have left a bad taste in his mouth, because it looks like we're about to see a very pissed off version of Charles on stage this weekend. And whenever you get a pissed off Charles, it's usually bad news for everyone else in that lineup. Charles 3.0 is the best version that we've ever seen to date. So if he gets it right this weekend, he's got a great chance to get back to that Olympia stage before the end of the season. After you have kids, at some point you hear yourself repeating things your parents used to say. But at some point, William Martens must have missed the message about sharing, because it looks like he's hoarding all of the 45-pound plates in the gym every time he hops onto the leg press. And you can see why here. William didn't waste any time jumping right back onto the horse after his season debut at the Arnold South America a few weeks ago. And you'd imagine that he'll probably be ready to get back on stage again soon, considering that he's already in great shape. Even though he placed 4th in Brazil, if you go back and look at the photos, the improvements that he's made from last year to this year are very substantial. So whenever he does decide to hop into another show, the rest of the lineup better be on notice, because he's got enough tools at his disposal to be able to pull off a win on any given night. Outside of Jesse Alarcon taking the crown at the New York Pro last weekend, it's pretty much been business as usual as far as this season goes in figure. But then again, when you have someone who's as dominant as Cyd Gillon occupying the top of the throne, trying to carve out your own slice of the spotlight isn't exactly an easy task. She completely leveled the field when she won the Arnold back in March, and she's been on all gas and no brakes every time she sets foot in the gym since then. All the reports you hear from people down there who are close to Cyd essentially all say the same thing, which is that she's as hungry and as focused as ever to successfully defend her Olympia title again later this year, where she has an opportunity to cement her legacy as the best athlete in the history of the division. So unless we see someone take a major step up to establish themselves as a true threat to the title at some point over the next few months, she'll be in a position to win her 6th Olympia title before the end of the year, which puts her in rarefied air as one of the winningest athletes of all time, regardless of division. Assuming you haven't been living under a rock for the last, 3 weeks or so, then you've probably seen and heard all the talk about Derek Lunsford moving up to the open bodybuilding class, and from the way it looks, that talk probably won't be cooling down anytime soon. During a recent interview, Derek's coach, Hani Rambod, said on the record that they're going to be having to start Derek's Olympia prep 7 months out if he's going to make weight this year, which is a measly 212 pounds, which seems to be a major concern from him and everyone else you talk to pretty much. He's at a point now where he's essentially outgrowing the division as the current champion, and to the best of my knowledge, this is the first time that we've seen something like this in the 212 division. He's a unique talent in an even more unique situation, and whatever happens with him next is going to play a big part in how that division shapes up over the next few years. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to always be true to your passions, and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.